Hello everyone, my name's Dennis. I just thought I'd, after a few requests, do up this very short amateur video, Steven Spielberg, I'm not, of how to select any one of your 9,999 maximum songbook entries on the Korg PA2x Pro. The same system applies to the PA1x, the PA800, I think the PA500, essentially any Korg arranger that's got a songbook has this function built into it. Firstly, what we need to do there's only one step you need to do on the PA, and that is go to your, excuse the bottle caps, they're just there to sit the iPad on whilst I'm doing this. Otherwise, when you put it there, it pushes buttons and does things. So we select menu. I'll just exit, go to the main menu so you see what I'm doing. Okay, so if we go to our MIDI tab, you notice that this is the MIDI input channel, which is selected down the bottom. On channel 16, I've set that as control. You must do this, otherwise it won't work. You get that by just, if you press your arrow there, you can see you've got all sorts of options. Control is actually the last option to choose, so it's pretty easy to find. So let's go back out of that. And don't forget, when you do this, to write your global MIDI setup. That way it loads up every time the PA starts. Yep. Okay, so let's exit out of that, go back to the main screen. Okay, now moving over to the iPad, which is here, and as you see, I'm using the iRig MIDI dongle. I used to use the Edirol UM1 SX, but this is a much easier and simpler system. So now what we'll do is I'll move that over to here. This is going to be difficult to get all of this in shot, but I'll try and balance it so you can see everything. Normally this sits up on my stand here, which I made to fit onto the keyboard stand, and it's no wobble. It's actually quite solid, so when you touch the pad there's no wobbling and it doesn't bounce around when you're actually playing, and so on and so forth. But anyway, let's get out of that, and I'll switch the iPad on, and we go down and select the app, which is Unreal Book. And the good part about Unreal Book is it's one of the very few iPad chart reading apps that has PDFs that actually allows you to link a MIDI file. Many of them, and this one included, allow you to link MP3 files and audio files, etc. To them, but this is one of the few that allows the linking of a MIDI file. It doesn't play a full MIDI file, as it only plays the 1-bar header track. There's no MIDI clock or timing reference built in. It's a bit more difficult to do, but for this purpose it's perfect. So let's select that. That'll load up with the last song that actually had loaded. That's not that size, that's just been resized. Okay, so if I go to all files, as you can see, there's a big list there. Now try and watch as I tap a entry, the screen on the PA. If you see, there it goes, just changed. If I go back to the song listing, let's pick one. What's a different type? Just a different type of file listing. Just to show you that these are all done as PDFs. You just use a PDF printer or something on your computer to print them over to PDFs. Let's see if I can find one that's what's one that's got a I think that one's a MP3. This will show you how quickly it loads up an MP3. There's a song play there, MIDI. It's just loaded up the MIDI file. There's one there's the that's MIDI again, sorry. I'm trying to find one with an MP3 backing track. I actually can't remember. Maybe that one. Yeah, there we go, and there's an MP3 backing track loading up. And if we go back to a style one, Child is Born, that'll do. As you see, there it goes straight back to the style mode to actually select the style. So it's actually really as quick as that. It's so good. Now, if you're playing live, this is okay in the studio where you can sort of pick any song from your list of, as you can see, quite a lot of charts I have listed there. So, but if you're playing live and you just want to have it all set up you just go to your sets, you pick up a set, just pick up, say, let's go to set 2. That starts with one of my little cheat cards. Now, you'll get rid of the main menu bar just by tapping the screen. Now, all you need to do when you're playing live and you've got your set up is, if you watch the screen, just tap the right hand side. There's your next song. There's your next song. There's your next song. Next song. So on and so forth. And you see how quickly, and that's it. And you just have various sets. If I go back to the main menu, I've got quite a few sets in there already, all different things. And when you load a set, it just automatically loads up the very first song, set 1. As you notice, if you look at the top on the iPad listing, this is with Unreal Book. I've actually got the songbook number, which is at 302. Now, if I go over to here, to the PA, select the songbook, and you go to book edit 2, which is that page there. That's where you actually enter your song number in that middle page, middle bar there. So if you want just to add that, cancel that. When you add a new entry to the songbook, it just automatically jumps to the next available song number and so on and so forth. And you've got, I don't have that many, but you can have 9,999 entries on the PA2x Songbook, so that covers pretty much any basis. So just as a quick example now, if we're playing live and we have our set playing here, I'll just try and focus on the book here. So we're playing live, if somebody has a request, so all we do is tap the middle of the screen, go to songs, all files. Now we can go alphabetical, as you can see on the side of the iPad. It's got an alphabet thing, so say somebody calls something from the W, there's the W's, and then we'll go pick a song there, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and then it loads it up. You can't see it on the iPad, but then it loads up that song. And then if you want to go back to your set, just go back to here, and it just goes back to where you were, on your set. So yeah, that's about it. That's the iPad running a song selection on the PA2. Excuse the quality of the video. As I said, I'm not Steven Spielberg, but hopefully that'll give you an idea of just how good a tool for live performance the iPad and the PA2X is.